This is Ben, Liam and Belle on Nova.
Well, g'day there, podcaster.
Yes, welcome to this episode where we try Ben's wife's breast milk. Yeah, little spoiler for you. Originally, it was just going to be Ben doing
Well, yeah,
that.
I mean, it was always going to be me trying it, but then obviously I was going to ask you guys to drink it.
I would say that some of us tried it, others, it merely touched the lips.
Well, perhaps some didn't want to try the breast milk.
Well, perhaps some should have just sucked it up.
Well, perhaps some shouldn't be forced to drink bodily fluids for their job. That's how I got this job in the first place.
Oh,
that's
not
probably have to,
okay.
No, that's all right.
probably,
Untrue.
No, it's
very,
untrue,
yes,
and a joke was made, and
It was obviously a joke.
It was obviously a joke, and that's what we do here. We do jokes.
I think that's
'Cause,
fine.
Hey,
we won the ACRA for the funniest radio show.
Best bloody comedy award, eh? Pew pew pew, and I think we just lined up next year's as well from just merely the start of this podcast. Enjoy.
He wants to do so many things before Ben Harvey turns 30. 30 things before he's 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 30.
Ben, in 23 days, you are no longer going to be in your 20s. You're going to be a 30-year-old, and such a boring, dull life you've led to this stage. There's so many things that you haven't done. And that's why we want to give you 30 new experiences before that date. Now,
I think the challenge is you trying to find 30 things I haven't done.
yeah,
Because I feel like I have done a lot of things.
You're on different pages here, yeah, because, you're someone that stays at home and you prefer to not go to events or try new things, but we forget that you were a dairy farmer who dropped out of school in your past life.
Yeah.
There are things that you have tried.
I crammed a lot in my teens and my early 20s.
someone at work was like, he should try milk a cow. I'm like, are you joking? He did it for like 6 years. That's all he did. That's all he did is milk
You
cows.
should go on a farm. No,
And
no,
also,
did that.
because we've been doing radio now for 10 years, there's so many things that you do in
Yeah.
radio for content, like skydiving and bungee jumping and all those things. I've done all those
There's
things.
not many gimmicks left.
No.
Well, look, you had to leave a little bit early the other day because your baby was a bit sick, and Belle and I were talking about this, and some people started calling through with some suggestions.
You guys should choose a tattoo for him. My friend did this for my other friend's 30th. We pranked her on getting arrested.
You should get a piercing.
A piercing! We could get him a belly button piercing, or
That's
I think our heads have all gone to the same thing, Bo. Would you
Prince
prefer
Albert.
No, not that. No, that's a bit hectic.
How do you feel about a piercing?
You know what? I've never gotten a piercing. That is something I've never done. I was too scared to get a piercing because I remember when I was younger, I said to my dad, "Can I get one?" And he said, "Sure, mate, I'll do it for you right now." And he got a thumbtack, and then I chickened out because he legit sterilized the thumbtack, and he said, "Let's do it." And then I said, "No," and I was too scared.
He
said, "This is how I did it when I was your age." And so they put the safety pin through his.
Yeah,
his
my mum, do believe she, in the bathrooms at her high school, pierced herself and they pierced each
Well,
other.
it's like, why would you pay someone to do it when you do it
Yeah.
yourself? Make sure you sterilize it.
Well, look, we
Or just don't do it. Get a professional.
just go to Essential Beauty, kids. Just to ask mum and dad.
Yeah.
We are actually away. We only have to do 29 now because the first one was, how cool would it be if you could get a half-court shot in basketball? So we went to the court, Ben, and you landed it.
Come on! 30 before 30, baby. Yeah, that was very satisfying.
Yeah, nothing but net. This morning, would you like to try some breast milk?
I don't really want to try
You've
breast
not
milk.
tried breast milk
I
before,
haven't, no.
And there is an abundance of it at your home at the moment. You've got a newborn.
Well, it's actually
you know.
a thing that my wife Sam and I have talked about because a lot of people, it's getting more and more common these days for people to drink their partner's breast
was it,
milk.
was it
And
Brody
the
Jenner?
yeah.
Brody Jenner last
Yep.
week said he puts it in his lattes.
Yeah, and a lot of, I think it might be more an American thing, but maybe over here as well, but bodybuilders will drink breast milk because it's supposed to be full of protein. So they get more protein in breast milk from a female than they would from a human cow.
Give some to the babies.
Yeah, well, that's the
Jeez.
thing. That's the thing. People sell it on the black market and people buy it.
Really?
So I haven't tried breast milk.
Imagine if that's where we're at in 20 years. They're like, hi, do you want like dairy, like full cream, skim, almond, breast? What? I can do that right
Honestly,
now.
to me-
it's less weird.
Yeah, it's less weird than drinking a cow's breast milk.
Have
To me,
you
that's
done
what
it?
cow's milk is.
Have you done it? 13, 24, 10. Have you tried breast milk?
I'm on the fence. I'm not against it, but I'm not putting my hand up to go, yeah, I want to do that.
Yeah,
I'm definitely on the fence.
That's what this is all about, Ben.
That's true.
That's what it's all about.
All right, yeah, good idea. Before I do it, 13, 24, 10, have you tried breast milk? What did it taste like? I would love to know. Because my other question is, when you express it, and then you pop it in the fridge or the freezer, when you reconsume it, do you heat it up or do you have it cold? Because if I have milk from the fridge, I'll have it cold. But I feel like...
I think it gets a bit gross if it's warm.
You think?
Yeah.
Because when it does go... I've seen it in the fridge because we've got a lot of it. When you put it in the fridge, all the cream goes to the top. Oh. So I think when you warm it up, it'll actually mix together
just
better.
Shake it a bit.
I don't know.
Put it in a protein shaker.
Well, why don't we find out? 13, 24, 10. Have you tried breast milk? I would love to know how you went.
Ben's turning 30 in a couple of weeks, and we're trying to do 30 new things for him before he turns 30. We're already underway. You got a half-court shot on the basketball court. It's pretty cool.
So that's one down. Up to number 2. Liam, you raised a very interesting one this morning. I've got Freddie, my son. He's 10 weeks old. My wife, Sam, she is breastfeeding. And you said, have you ever tried breast milk? I haven't tried breast milk.
Have you even thought about doing it?
I have thought about it. Haven't done it because I'm like, for me, and Belle, you said this point, and I totally agree. It's less weird to drink your wife's breast milk than it is to drink milk from a cow.
Totally. A cow that you've never seen before, and people go, yeah, that's normal,
Yep.
and just gets all put into a big barrel, but wouldn't touch my lovely wife's breast milk.
Yeah.
No.
So I did say 13, 24, 10.
yeah,
Have you tried it before?
I get you saying it's less weird, but it's like, it's obviously you're not doing it every day. It's not like you're just like,
No,
you know,
no, that's
let's
the
have
thing.
let's do a
But-
breast milk Milo.
No,
You're not
but
doing
you're
that,
not
you know?
Yeah, we're not doing this like, ooh, it's more like, it's just curious.
But
Yeah.
what I would also say is, I think it is becoming way more common for people to drink female breast milk, from bodybuilders to Jenna did it.
Yeah, Brody Jenner, yeah.
So 13, 24, 10. Kyla joins us now. Good morning. You've tried breast milk?
Yes, I have. I've tried my own.
Okay, and how was it?
It's just very sweet to me. It tastes very similar to condensed milk.
Interesting.
So that
that
actually
sounds
doesn't
good.
sound bad.
I wouldn't have thought it was sweet.
I was thinking
And
like
certain
salty.
foods that the woman eats
Uh-huh.
makes it taste different.
Oh.
Ah.
Let's
well.
hopefully your wife's been having a bit of butter chicken lately. That'd be nice. A nice little.
That sounds horrible.
So,
you
yeah.
gotta have pineapple juice, remember?
Yeah.
You gotta make it sweet.
Did you?
Yeah,
how did you consume it? Was it straight from the breast, or was it expressed?
Yes.
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 Okay.
Yeah. So, and
into a cup, and then from the cup, or straight from the.
Did you
yeah,
shoot it?
into a cup, pretty much.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We're just trying to work out how that works. Yeah. Martin in Thorpe Island, you've had some breast milk in the past?
Yes, I have. I had it in a coffee.
Whoa.
Okay. And
I'm assuming it was from your wife.
Yes, it was my partner, and she didn't tell me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's fun. So she just put it in there, and then when you were drinking your
Like
coffee.
just a bit, Martin, or like
Yeah,
the whole,
yeah.
like the whole of the milk was her breast milk.
Yeah,
And what did you
and
think?
I was drinking it, and
Yeah.
I didn't even notice any real difference. Like the other person said, it's a little bit sweeter.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
in the coffee, I really didn't notice. And then she told me, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's try some normally, and yeah, it's not bad.
Interesting.
we're hearing mostly,
Yeah.
not bad.
It's a fun experiment to do at
Well,
home.
I
The
suppose-
fact that she put it in the coffee to see if you'd realise.
Babies, you know, they can obviously be picky kids, but obviously they're enjoying it. They love it.
Well,
They can't
we've
get
all
enough of
had
the
it.
stuff. We've all had it, for sure.
Meryl in Yarraville. Good morning. You tried your own. How was it?
It's extremely sweet. Extremely sweet.
That's what we're hearing. We're hearing it's very sweet.
Yeah.
Again, sorry, not for too much detail, but how did you do it? Was it into a cup and then from there, or how did you do it? Yeah.
Yeah, into a cup. I mean, I didn't like the taste at all, but
Uh-huh.
it's not made for
Yeah.
adult consumption, and the taste changes depending on how old
Yep.
the baby is.
Ah.
Yeah, so like
It's-
and it gets thinner as the baby gets older, and it's kind of bluish.
Ah, interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
Because I know
so,
that there's fore milk and there's hind milk. So fore milk is a little bit waterier. That's the stuff that comes out at the start. And then there's hind milk, which is kind of the thicker, creamier milk.
It's almost like you say like the longer. It's like aged in a barrel. It's like fortified wine. It's like you're getting
Yeah.
by the time the baby's like one, it's like port.
My wife has expressed some milk. She put it in a bag last night. It's been in the work fridge all morning. I'm going to try it after Miley Cyrus. I'll do a live tasting. My question is, how do I do it? Do I go cold? Do I go warm? Do I put it in a coffee? I would love to know how I try the breast milk.
Meryl, what are you thinking? What do you think? What's the Milo? What are you saying? What's the best way to do this?
No, you need to get Meryl back, Ben.
Oh, sorry, Meryl, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
How should I
think
try
to get it? You should probably go cold. It's a bit more sickly sweet when it's warm. So, yeah, I would go cold if I was you.
Okay, and you know what I could do, potentially? I've got enough that I could do a little bit cold, a little bit warm.
Oh, I thought for some reason you said I'll put it in the milk frother and froth it up in the coffee machine.
I could do that as
maybe
well.
not.
All right.
Don't contaminate the milk frother. I mean, this is an on-air segment that he's agreed to. The whole office doesn't want his wife's breast milk, please.
You're only a what if away from a holiday with whatif.com.
You could go to the dentist appointment or all the kids' sports.
But what if it was a weekend on the coast instead?
Book hotels, holiday rentals, apartments, and more.
What if it's Aussie for travel? He wants to do so many things before Ben Harvey turns 30. 30 things before he's 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 30.
Yep, before Ben turns 30 in a couple of weeks, he's going to try 30 new things. He's already got a half-court shot in basketball, and he's about to try his wife's breast milk.
Yeah, so I've gone two varieties. I've gone one glass has got cold, one glass has got warm. I was unsure which one would taste better or worse. I don't know. Whenever I drink milk at home from a cow, I just go straight cold milk from the fridge. So it's going to be interesting to see. I've got the bag. I've poured it into 2 cups. So this is like the little bag that you express it into.
Yeah, right.
For those that are playing along at home.
Which one do you want to go first, Ben?
I think I'll go cold. And then I kind of like entree. Normally, sometimes it'll be cold, and then the main will be hot. So I think I'll go cold, and then I'll go warm.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay. I get you.
Is that your cold one?
This is my cold one. I don't think it's gonna be.
glass
I don't think
now.
this is gonna be like crazy. I think it's just gonna taste probably like milk. Let's
I
find
know,
out.
like it's obviously fine, and babies have it. It's part of life and natural. But I must admit, it's kind of wigging me out seeing it in the glass.
Smelling it
little
doesn't
bit.
have a smell.
Really?
That's
no
good.
smell.
No smell.
That's good.
If I
Sam's
told
a
you,
healthy gal.
here's a question for you. You're looking at the glass now.
yeah.
If I didn't tell you that was breast milk, would you assume that's cow's milk?
Yeah, 100%.
It looks
Yes.
a bit waterier than
A little bit.
same
waterier.
sort of
Yeah.
consistency, though.
Yeah.
That's for
Alright.
sure.
Here we go.
Poof it down.
This is cold breast milk.
Bottoms up, Ben.
Interesting. It doesn't taste like cow's milk.
Yeah.
It's in the same realm. It's got a distinct aftertaste.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's a bad taste, but I don't say I like it.
Okay.
It seems like Daddy likey at the moment.
No, I think Daddy don't like you, but Daddy doesn't want to offend wifey.
No, I
have some of the warm one then.
not a bad taste, not a good taste.
Right. But you're happy for your son to be getting that in 3-4 times a day, you know.
Well, more than that, but yeah.
Is it how many times do they eat?
I don't know, like 8.
Whoa.
Little greedy gutses. Who knew? Who knew?
Yeah, there's definitely like a lingering aftertaste that I don't like.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
That's with the cold milk though. Let's try. This is the warm breast milk. Warm's way better.
Yeah?
Yeah, way better. Still got that aftertaste that I don't like, but it's more pleasant to swallow when it's warm.
It's hard to do this test because you obviously live with your wife and, you're having dinner together every night. But you know how one of our callers said that you can normally taste the dinner? I'd love if we gave your wife like a schnitzel or something the night before and then the next morning you drank the breast milk and you had to pick what she had for dinner.
Liam,
that would be so good. Imagine if you're like...
It doesn't work like that.
Oh, I'm getting a little bit of lamb korma. And we're like, yes, you're right.
It doesn't taste like the food. It's just a good diet would equal a good tasting. It doesn't taste like a schnitzel.
What I would say is there's plenty left if anyone wants a piece.
I kind of want to try.
You can try.
But I don't know if that's like weird.
I don't think it's weird.
Is that weird?
That'd be a hard no for me, Sarah. You can keep your breast milk.
Bill,
I don't want to offend.
I told my wife Sam that we were doing this, and she said, "Is anyone else going to try it?" And I said, "I don't know." I think she was interested if someone else wanted to try it.
I'll try some.
Warm or cold?
I guess warm.
I think warm was better.
Yeah,
if I was going to recommend.
I'll take some. Yeah.
Just have a little sip of that. Get that in your gob. It is warm. Yeah.
Should I smell it first?
You can smell it. It hasn't got much of a smell,
no,
really.
It smells like water.
Yeah, it does. It's not got a strong smell. Here we go, Belle. Have a little bottoms up.
Go on, just drink. It's just fresh from Sam's boobs. There you go. Enjoy a bit of that.
Oh, you don't like that?
No.
Oh no.
Ooh, she doesn't like that.
She doesn't like it.
I don't have anything to wash up. Oh, there is that. Oh, that's a lingering.
There's a lingering aftertaste, isn't there? Go on, Liam, you try a bit.
I don't know if I want to now.
Dude, everyone else has tried it.
Oh, do I have to?
Have some, Liam.
I don't know. Oh, I got a weak stomach now. And I'm not gonna.
Dude, try it.
Dude, I'll gag.
My wife has prepared this beautiful milk, and you're gonna offend her if you don't try it.
It's in my head. I know. I don't want to be like. I know
Dude,
it's a
try
natural thing, but okay.
Dude,
I'm not gonna
drink the breast milk. Do it for my wife. And don't vomit. That's offensive.
Such a gagger.
That's so offensive.
What's wrong with you?
It's so wrong.
Just do it.
Drink the breast milk.
It's natural.
bodily
You drink
fluid.
it out
It's
of cows.
Dude, be a baby. Drink it.
I'm sorry, Sam. I'm sorry. I don't like it.
Why are you such a gagger?
I'm not good at this stuff.
Dude, why would you drink my wife's breast milk?
It's basically cheating. You just cheated on your
Dude, that's
fiancé.
F.
Guys made me do it. Guys made me do it. I didn't want to do it.
Didn't think
Told you I
you'd do
didn't
it.
want to do it. I said I would cough
It's
it
not
up.
weird if Belle does it.
Yeah.
It's weird if you do it.
I just want to do it.
You cry.
I cry because you made me drink the breast milk and now you're making me feel weird about it. It lingers. It lingers.
Hey, guess what? That's a 30 before 30. That's the second one done. You want to try cold?
No, thank you, sir. Sorry, Belle. I don't know if you've realised, but this is the radio station you work at, not the gym that you're supposed to be going to later on today.
Get it out. Get it all out.
Oh, no, I was just confused because, you're dressed like you're ready for BFT, but we're at work.
Yes. So I have dressed for the gym today. I'm hoping to leave by midday, if that's okay.
Sometimes,
request, please.
Instead of bringing your towel, do you take your headphones to the gym? You go, my wires are all crossed. They're all crossed.
Yes, I didn't plan on taking my jumper off today, and then now the studio's really hot because I did blast the heater accidentally before, and now I've got just my crop top on, and I said,
we get it, mate.
Just get it out, and then move on.
Liam and I come in wearing pants and shirts.
No, you
Belle
don't.
comes
You
in wearing
come in
active
wearing
wear.
trackies and crap.
I'm not wearing tracksuit pants. I got
Not
blue
today,
jeans
but
on.
you do.
You come in wearing
Anyway.
active wear, showing off that I go to the gym.
No,
Good
We
on you,
get
mate.
it, we get it, bro.
Good on
You're
you,
doing
mate.
the 8-week challenge. We get it. Andrea, do you get it? Belle goes to the gym. She's wearing activewear. She just needs you to acknowledge it really quickly.
Oh, yeah. Go for it, Belle. Do it.
Yeah, you get it, Belle.
Thank you, Andrea.
You get it, Belle.
Thank you, Andrea.
Yeah.
It's comfy. I like my leggings. I don't have to wear a bra. The crop top just holds everything in. We're comfy. We're ready to go. But God forbid we wear it, Andrea, because these boys have a field day.
Andrea, are you a little eager beaver this morning for the 610 quiz?
Huge eager beaver.
All right, well, hang there. We've got our first caller now for the 610 quiz. If you would like to get involved, 13 24 10 is our number. You can poke fun at Belle for wearing activewear this morning.
Do you know what I've got in my car, Bill?
What?
My gym clothes. And I get changed in the car. And
Yeah,
I go to
and
the
you
gym.
know what happens here at work is I say, guys, can I please leave to go to the gym? And then everyone just F's around for 2 hours watching TikToks and then goes, oh, now we should do some work at midday.
That is
And
the
then
work,
I ask
baby.
to leave.
That is the work.
That is not the work.
We are keeping our finger on the pulse.
High
How are
five,
your
brother.
TikTok videos going? How are your videos going at the moment, eh?
Mate, you're a part of the show. If we fail, you fail.
It's 6:10. Hallelujah, it's 6:10.
Andrea in Burwood, g'day. You're an eager beaver and you're here to do the 610 quiz. Now, milk supply might run out in Victoria because milk delivery drivers are set to go on strike. What's a type of milk that doesn't come from an animal?
Oat milk.
Yes.
Did you know, Andrea, that I worked on a dairy farm for 5 years? Fun fact for you.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You're used to early starts.
I am, yeah. Dairy farm was a 3 a.m. start, radio 4:30, so get a sleep in.
Kind of crazy. Police had to go to Camberwell High School because the Year 12s dressed in balaclavas and caused a lot of damage on Muck-Up Day. Isn't it funny? There's like Muck-Up Day and there's like putting a balaclava and setting things on fire.
Yeah,
It's like, you know,
kidnapping a teacher.
Yeah, for sure. How many years do most people spend in school?
My child goes to Camberwell High, so I'm very familiar with that. 13 years.
13 years, of course. And they weren't out last night, were they? They weren't out in a balaclava?
I have 2 finishing schools, and let's just move to the next question.
Oh, okay, all right. I mean, I feel like I want to dig deep at TBH.
Andrea, as a mum with kids at Camberwell High, do you just always reel out the fact of the Minogues going there?
All the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
It's like,
All
it's like,
the time.
Camberwell High, yeah, that's the fact.
I can't
Also,
believe that the seniors are in the news, and then we've got Andrea on the line with kids who go to school.
I can't believe I did this to
Coinky-dinky
distract
Tuesday.
myself from the drama.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're trying to... Seems like you're trying to get away from the story, and we're sort of like, oh, we feel like we've got a live one here, and we want to ask you for all the gory details. But if you're not comfortable, we can just move on. Shall we move on?
Please.
All right. All right. Well, yeah. Side note: if you do have kids that went there and you want to talk about it, give us a call 132410. Millie Bobby Brown is harumping because she's struggling to get good acting roles because people only see her as the girl from Stranger Things. Get used to it. I mean, the only other thing Danny Radcliffe has done is December Boys.
Great film.
What number is her character's name in Stranger Things?
11.
It is. Hey, a study has found ice cream and potato chips are addictive as cocaine and heroin. I believe it. What is the flavour of ice cream that combines vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate?
Napolitana.
Well,
Yeah, it was close enough.
It's close, yeah.
You showed your workings. You said, yeah.
well, yeah.
Well, how would you say it,
It's got
Bill?
the letters there, shush bell.
It's Neapolitan.
Neapolitan.
Yeah.
You sort of said it a bit weird as well. But then I said strawberry before, so, you know, we all make mistakes. Last one.
My favourite ice cream is honey.
Honey is actually very
Honey's
good.
a good flavour.
Can you just get honey? Is
Yeah,
that
you
a-
can.
Honey
Yeah.
is
My
good.
wife Sam
Isn't
hates
it
it. She's like,
honeycomb?
oh, that's so gross. Like, that's
No,
such
dude,
a,
I actually
that's
love
such a
honey.
shit flavour. Who
Isn't
gets
that
honey?
hokey pokey?
No, Hokey Pokey's got the little crunchy bits in
Yeah,
it.
what are those?
They're like little bits of honeycomb.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I like honey and I like
Love honey.
chocolate mint and
Yes,
cookies and cream.
love chocolate mint, cookies and cream.
Chocolate
Bang,
mint?
bang, bang.
No.
Liam goes 3
Gross.
for 3.
Boom. We should make our own Neapolitan.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
mint, cookies, and honey. Dude, that would
Whoa,
slap.
That would go off.
Oh, dude.
Ben, Liam and Belle's ice cream.
I would love that.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, last one here, Andrea. Can you go 5 for 5? Happy birthday to Eminem. He's 51 today. Jeez, getting a bit older there, Eminem. Can you finish these lyrics?
Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. All you other Slim Shadys are just imitating. So won't the real Slim Shady?
Oh, dear. Yeah, oh, dear.
Andrea.
Oh, no, our eager
Well-
beaver.
Good luck with the kids today. Steve joins us in Croydon.
Enjoy your time down at the police station. Steve in Croydon joins us
morning.
now. Good morning, Steve. Are you a Slim Shady fan?
Don't mind it at all.
All right, so we'll see if you can finish it.
Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. All you other Slim Shadys are just imitating. So won't the real Slim Shady?
Please stand up. Please stand up.
Nice, Steve.
Yes, Steve. Love it.
Hey, Steve, we'll give you that Amazon Echo Smart speaker. Listen in multiple rooms. Just say, Alexa, play Nova. That's all yours.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thanks, Steve. Before you go, what's your favourite ice cream flavour?
Oh, banana choc mint.
Banana choc mint. No one saw that coming.
Banana choc.
Wow.
Banana choc.
Steve, you also get to choose the next song we play. That's the second part of your prize. So, do you want to hear John Mayer?
It's hard to be persistent when we're standing at a distance. So we keep waiting.
Or would you like to hear my original song that I wrote in 5 minutes on the show yesterday, Blues by The Cornfield?
American man driving in my Chevy. Now she's
Definitely John Mayer.
Did you say Blues by The Cornfield?
Well, I think I might have said John Mayer.
I think I'm hearing Blues by The Cornfield.
Sorry, Steve, you're breaking up a little bit there, dude. We can get you that smart speaker,
We're not playing that out.
So, Liam, you wrote that song in 5 minutes yesterday because you thought that it was easy to write country songs.
Yes.
Did you professionally record that?
Then I professionally recorded it in the booth after, yes. I also actually...
Is it on Spotify yet?
It will be later on today.
Okay.
I also... because I only had 5 minutes, I didn't quite finish the song. But yesterday I was in the booth, I was feeling it, so I actually riffed a whole last verse.
Okay.
So you're going to get a little bit more than you did yesterday. Yeah.
All right. Well, here it is for the very first time professionally recorded. It is Blues by The Cornfield from Liam Stapleton on Nova 100.
Oh dear, I'm feeling blue. Cornfield blues, drink my liquor. I lost my girl, she broke my ticket. Oh, blues by the cornfield. Oh, blues by the cornfield. Whiskey tears on the Star-Spangled Banner, working hard with my sword and spanner. American man driving in my Chevy. Now she's gone, I'm feeling heavy. Oh, blues by the cornfield. Lord help me, I got them cornfield blues. Pickup truck, not giving a fuck. I'm a sad cowboy, shit out of luck. Chewing back in, working hard. Drinking bud in my yard. Oh, blues by the cornfield. Come on, y'all. Blues by the cornfield, I'm feeling sad. Drinking whiskey in my truck, yeah, I'm real bad. Cornfield blues I've got. Come on, sing it with me now. Give me what you got. Cornfield blues, cornfield blues. If you need me, I'll be weeping in the cornfield.
Oh, yeah. It's an original song on Nova 100, as written and performed by me, Liam Stapleton. It's Blues by the Cornfield. Just goes to show how simple country music is, and that, if you're just sad and you drink about, you're thinking about whiskey and cornfields and that sort of stuff, it's like pretty much all the same. Literally, yesterday, when my fiancée Sarah got home, I had dinner cooked and she opened the door and she went, "Oh, blues by the cornfield." And it wasn't on my bingo card. Her singing it back at me. And that's it. I'm seeing it now. I'm seeing the groundswell. I'm seeing it picked up. And I can imagine the marketing campaign.
Yep.
I'm weeping by the cornfield. I can see the T-shirts. And
I will admit it is a bit of an earworm.
It's an earworm.
None of us in the studio right here are country fans, but Ash in the newsroom, you are a country fan.
Yeah,
what did you think of Blues by the Cornfield?
My ears hurt.
Okay.
Not a fan.
What is there anything in particular that you didn't like?
I don't know.
About
I'm still a bit offended that like you ragged on Zach Bryan yesterday and then thought that.
I never heard of the guy. Never heard of him. Never heard of him. But guess who you will have heard of in a few weeks? Liam Stapleton.
Yeah, okay.
In my flapper jeans and my R.M. Williams shirt and my big hat, and I'll probably be playing Rod Laver or something.
I do appreciate your enthusiasm, and I can probably see you playing at the Denny Ute Muster next year.
Oh, get me there.
I reckon before we get to like Rod Laver, we should start smaller. Maybe you could play a shopping centre.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would love to put my hand up here and get on board and say, I think you're onto a hit.
Thank you.
I think you should get some merch made up. I think you should get that song copyrighted.
Yeah. Oh,
I think you're really onto a winner.
Yeah, I'm hitting up the lawyers today, and I'm going to spite you, Ash. I'm going to turn this into a hit.
Can I have 10% of the proceeds?
Whatever.
For getting on board early.
Absolutely.
Can I have a free T-shirt?
You were harumping a little bit earlier, but if
Yeah.
I would appreciate the support. So yes, you can have a t-shirt for sure. Yeah.
Hey, Ben, Liam.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I haven't even said the station
Well,
yet,
you
Belle.
took a breath and you stopped talking,
Yeah, I was
so
just
I
letting
thought
it
I'd take
breathe.
my chance.
I was letting what I
Alright,
said
sorry.
breathe. You know, when you've been in radio for a while, you let things breathe.
You learn to let the listener lean in a little. You know.
Because if you just start talking and they can't
wow.
process
You
what
know,
you just said.
just move on. You're gonna do.
You're on Nova with Ben, Liam, and Belle. Letting it breathe.
Talk to everything.
I don't want to. I don't want to do my bit anymore now.
Do it. Just give it
Ruined
pace it out a bit. You know,
Yeah.
like give it some breathing room.
Well, I wanted to tell you that yesterday, I finally popped my cherry, and it was fantastic. It was so good.
Whoa, hang on, you gotta let that breathe. What are you talking about?
No, let it breathe for a bit.
It was amazing. I went to Mecca for the
You've
first
you've
time
never
ever.
been to Mecca before?
I've never stepped foot
I
in any makeup shop
have
before.
been to Mecca multiple times. My wife Sam loves it.
Never been.
Mecca and Sephora.
Yeah, never been to either.
You've never been to Mecca? That actually
Nah.
blows my mind. Sarah
Yeah.
Sarah wants to quit being a nurse and work at Mecca.
I could
she
see her doing
She
that.
loves Mecca so much.
Yeah, I get it. So I've always gone to Priceline, and I've always got my makeup from Priceline.
Mm.
And then I've always gotten like the Natio brand, which is like all, you know, like healthy and stuff. And I've always used powder, and I've always been just using powder. And you guys would have noticed,
Basic
obviously, today I'm not wearing powder.
Absolutely glowing.
Obviously.
Glowing. I was
Thank you.
I was going to get around to saying something, but I just
So you've
busy morning.
noticed my NARS Satin Glow
Yes.
finish
Thought it could have been that.
foundation. Thank you.
Is that a serum I'm detecting as well?
No. Okay, I'm not that fancy yet.
No lifting serum. Wow.
Should
Don't
invest.
make-up me.
You
Well,
only
I
get
went
one.
in
You
there.
only get one face.
I
you
went
know,
in
so
there.
Look after it.
I was so overwhelmed because I went in and said to this lovely girl, I said, "Hi, I've decided I want to convert from like powder foundation to liquid foundation, and I think I need to make that big step in my life. Please help." And she turned to me and said, "Oh, no worries. So we've got 56 brands. Now, would you like Satin Glow Matte, Light Reflecting, Glow Finish, Luminous Finish, Dewy Touch, Buildable?" And I was like,
And you said, "Do we touch?" Of course.
I said, "I want
Duh.
foundation that feels and looks like real foundation, please."
Right.
And she was like, "Yeah, but which one?" And I was like, "I don't know. Please help me." And she was like, "Well, which brush do you use?" And I was like, "My fingers? I don't know." And she was like,
Whoa.
"Oh, no, babe, no. And she's like, "Right, we need to get you one of those egg-shaped sponges,
Yeah.
a brush." I had to get another sponge to then like flatten it out. And she's like, "Okay, we're going to get you light reflecting." And I was like, "Oh, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of cameras at me at work. Like, I don't, like, I'm on camera. I don't want to be like looking sweaty."
Yeah.
She's like, "Okay, well, how about we go on matte? Oh, actually, it's too dry. We'll go the glow finish." And I was like, "Dude,
Do you know, it's
I want
funny.
this to be 5 minutes." I was in there for 40 minutes, and I left with a tiny sample pot because I couldn't commit. I
And
couldn't
so-
commit to any of them.
And what did you compare? And she got the satin.
I got the
glow.
Satin Glow NARS one.
I like it.
Right,
Like
yeah.
foundation, and she like tried to like skin tone match. I
Right.
don't know if I have. I could be a bit orange. I'm scared to sweat. I'm scared. I'm very stressed.
It's. I know you're sort of saying all these like big words to try and stress Ben and I out, but you know, after being in a relationship for as long as we have, I'm like, no, I get it. I've heard all
Yeah.
this stuff before.
Yeah.
I don't understand it particularly, but I'm familiar with the world.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you know, I texted you guys this morning and said I'm going to be very late.
Yes.
And I was late this morning because I was in the bathroom like sponging my face and I didn't know what I was doing and I put too much on and then I moved it around and then it was like clogging and I had a bit of a breakdown in the bathroom and I didn't know what I was doing.
Well, you can't tell.
Okay, thanks.
I said you can't tell.
I'm a Mecca girl now, okay? I look fab. I feel fab. I have a satin glow.
I definitely I like that you're Team Mecca because I know that that's important to a lot of people. I know my wife Sam loves
I get
Mecca.
it.
Are you
I
going
get
to
it.
sign up for the gift bags or send out gift bags?
And guess what? It's my birthday next weekend, so someone signed up for the birthday gift just in time.
Look out. Look out.
Nice.
Exciting stuff.
Nice.
We're doing a pretty cool thing this weekend. If you have clothes in your car, but you're way too lazy to take them to the Red Cross or
Yeah.
to one of those charity bins,
Yeah.
what you could do, right, is you can just chuck them in an Uber, and the Uber's going to take it to Red Cross for free this weekend only.
It's incredible. Saturday between like 1 and 4 p.m. You order an Uber completely free. It'll pick up a bag of clothes and drop it off at Red Cross.
That's genuinely such a good idea. I've had a bag of clothes in the boot of my car now for so long that I've been meaning to drop off. So I think that's a great idea. Get around that this weekend.
Yeah, good. I'm glad you're finally getting onto the bandwagon and donating clothes.
Yeah, I'm going to stop burning them in my backyard.
No, Ben.
That's normally what I do too, yeah.
Burn them.
Landfill. Do you do that with your rubbish? Do you just like bury it all in the backyard or you just burn it?
Well, what?
Like when you finish with a car, you just drive it out to a lake and burn it?
Into a nature reserve?
Yeah.
Absolutely not what you should
I
do.
find a big national park and I just burn all my rubbish. That's what I do.
It's not okay. 13, 24, 10. We need to talk about horrendous single boys' bedrooms and apartment setups in general. My mate, she was telling me the other day how she went on a date with a guy and she'd been on a date before, and then this time he was like, hey, come round to mine, and she thought he was really sweet, really liked him, went back to his apartment, and I'll paint you a picture of what the apartment was. So she gets there, the standard, the mattress on the floor. Now
that's the worst.
We've been there, done that. The mattress on the floor, well-trodden ground, but we need to change that. Everyone knows that. You need to lift.
And I guess the single boys mentality is I don't need a frame.
But dude, like you go to IKEA, like beds are not that expensive. Like everyone should be able to have a bed. If you've got an apartment, you should be able to have a
if you've
frame,
got a mattress,
some cheap plywood to chuck a mattress on.
I like to think if you are a single guy and you've got your mattress on the floor, your go-to line is broke the last one.
Oh, yeah.
Yuck!
Yeah, that's good, actually.
Gross.
Now I'm actually going to go back on what I said, and just so you can use that line every time, don't get a bed.
Well, he had that, and I was like, okay, well, gross, but yes, we know this. And she goes, oh, well, he also didn't have a TV, but he said, oh, I've got my old laptop. If you want to watch some Netflix, we can sit on the floor and watch on this laptop.
Trip? Is this a sleepover? what is going on?
She's like, the sound quality, like you can't even see. You're sitting on the floor. Do you sit on the mattress? But that's on the floor. It's all just disgusting. And then she was like, look, nah, all good. Don't worry. I won't be here for very long, because she'd called it by that point. And he went, oh, no. Hang on. And then proceeded to light, she said about 10 candles and put them in a ring around the mattress.
Satanic.
Blood sacrifice.
It sounds like a sacrifice.
Yeah.
And she's like, this is a bit weird. Like, where's this going?
No. Don't go anywhere. Wait. Let me just light these candles and open this big book. Are you throat singing?
I got to draw these glyphs on the ground.
Yeah.
So he lit these candles, and then as she left, he blew them all out and was like, all right, thanks. And so safe to say, she was like, I will never see him again, ever. Like, disgusting.
That reminds me of my single boy bedroom was when my wife, Sam, first came around my house many a year ago when I was single. And she came around, and in my lounge room, I didn't have a couch, but I had 2 car seats that were removed from a car, and they
Ben, no.
and they were on the tiled floor in the lounge room.
No.
And the good thing was, if you're too close to the TV, you could because they were still they could recline, but they were still on the rails, so you could roll your seat back or forward depending on how far you wanted to be.
Yeah.
Ben, you didn't.
I did.
You didn't.
I did.
That is
I had car seat cars in
disgusting.
my lounge room.
I can also, so this is only 7 years ago when I sort of got with my fiancée Sarah as well, but same deal. I probably, it wasn't a single bed, but it was certainly like a king single.
King single.
Well, I was single and I was a young king.
What's up with
so
a
why
king
not?
single? You can't fit 2 people in
And I
it.
can remember sort of so when I moved to Sydney, I was probably 20 years old, moved in. I was like, yeah, probably getting a little old for my posters. So, but I did keep a frame, a giant frame thing of Liverpool above my bed. And what I did is I cut my posters out and then blue tacked them around. So it was like the Beatles, like from their Help poster. So it was like John Lennon jumping on my wall, and then Paul McCartney. Yeah. So people would walk in and are they the Beatles? Sorry, do you have cut out pictures of the Beatles blue tacked around your room?
Ash in the newsroom. Ash, now you're a straight gal. You had your single days.
Mm-hmm.
How did you cross any bad boys' bedrooms?
Yeah, one that stuck out in my mind was that he still had the glow-in-the-dark stars and planets on the ceiling over the bed.
How old? How old are we talking?
I was early 20s.
Oh, man.
That's like a 9-year-old thing.
Peel the planets off, dude.
Is that so like he can point up after and go, "Hey Ash, you're my whole world." See that?
We're going to the moon, baby. 13, 24, 10, single boys' bedrooms. How bad was it? Give us a buzz if you want to share. Maybe it was your room. Maybe it was a room you saw.
Beck in Frankston, good morning. How bad was the single boy's bedroom?
It was pretty bad.
Mm.
I came back to his house and we'd been dating a couple of times. Had a few drinks, jumped into bed. All was going well, kind of got the gear off, and then realised in between the sheets was like layers of dirt.
What? That's so gross.
It turned out that he had this big, beautiful Labrador who slept in bed with him every night.
Yeah.
Fine, I guess. He just never washed the sheets.
Oh,
so the dogs come in from outside.
So it was just literal dirt. Like it was just dirt between the sheets.
I can remember like moving into my first rental right back, and the guy like he actually did me in. Like he literally, he owes me money because he was like you pay me the bond, right, and then I'll give back to you because then your name doesn't have to be on the thing. It was a bit dodgy, but I was like, yeah, no worries. And then he just took the bond and never came back. But he was like, no, you can like use my bed and like my sheets, man, while I'm away. And I was like, that's so nice. And like slept in his bed, and I got in like because I moved into state. I know it's a bit of a weird situation, but I got in there late, slept in it, and I was like, oh, it's got like beige sheets. And when I woke up in the morning and there was like sunlight, I was like, I lifted the pillow up, and I was like, it was like top deck chocolate. Like I could see the white color of what the sheets was supposed to be, and then the brown, like, and honestly, you could lift the sheet up and probably go like, snap it over your knee. Like, they'd probably, I don't think they'd ever been washed. And I was like, have I picked up a disease just from sleeping in this bed for one night?
Beck, that's a great story. You're in the running for those Sam Smith tickets. Thank you very much. Eric joins us now. Eric, you are the single boy. Tell us about your bedroom.
Morning, guys. Unfortunately, yes, I am that single boy. So pretty much I had a king single bed. I'll paint the picture. A king single bed from about 12 till 20.
Nice.
And I had this bedspread that had these like a skateboard kind of graphic over the top. So as a 20-year-old boy having, I don't know, a doona that had skateboarders all over it. Yeah. Pretty much up until I met my girlfriend, who was absolutely horrified when she walked into my room for the first time.
Yeah.
So yeah, not the greatest start.
It's that thing, isn't it? Because like you're obviously young enough to like not really care, and you're not like, I get it, like you're just lazy and like whatever, I've got it already. But you're not wise enough yet to like, oh, maybe I should lift my game, especially if I'm going to be bringing people here.
It's kind of, I don't know, there's something cute about that. There's something innocent, like you've still got your doona. It's no layers of dirt in the bed. Okay,
Yeah, that's gross.
It's still, but you're not like, if you're 21, you're going over to someone's house and they got a racing car bed. You're not like, cute. You're like, I got to get out of here.
Dirty bed is certainly the benchmark for me at the moment. Jenny in Footscray, good morning. Tell us, single boy's bedroom, how bad was it?
Oh, very bad. 2 wild boar heads, so wild pigs on the wall.
No, Jenny.
Like,
did you...
like taxidermied up on the wall?
Yes, but to top that, there were 2 ashtrays made out of ostrich legs.
What?
Hang on,
What is
Jenny.
this? Buffalo
Real
Bill?
ostrich legs.
Oh my God. Did he have a big well in the middle of the house and he put lotion down to his person that he'd captured below?
Well, he did own chaps as well.
Whoa.
Was this out in the bush? Or was this close to Melbourne?
No, it was close to Melbourne.
I love the idea of, maybe this is presumptuous of me, but after going around his house and you have a lovely night and he lights up a bunger and you light up a bunger and then he goes like near an ashtray and he leans over with an ostrich leg.
Yeah.
Chuck that in here, Dale.
Chuck that in the ostrich leg. You can just put your butt in the boar's mouth if you want. Yeah.
Jenny, that's right up there for the Sam Smith tickets. Thank you so much for sharing.
Ash in Heidelberg joins us now. Tell us about this room.
Good morning. So I went back to this guy I'd been seeing a couple times house, and in his bedroom was bunk beds.
So did he have? Were they both beds, or how you can get those IKEA ones where it's like a space for a desk down the bottom and it's like a bunk bed on the top?
No. So they were both beds, and he would sleep on the bottom one, but he said to me, if you want clean sheets, we have to sleep on the top one.
I thought he was going to say, but if you want to sleep over, you can have the top and I'll have the bottom. And then it's really like a kid's
So
sleepover.
he's like, just so you know, we sleep on the top, we party down the bottom. All right? Just so you know, all right? That's the rule. I can't be washing both the sheets all the time. I don't have enough time in my day. Danny joins us now. Tell us about this single boy's bedroom.
Good morning. So I went over to this guy's house once, and in his room, there was two things that were sort of weird. First, he had a mannequin from the store
Oh,
in his
that's
room.
straight away like
serial killer.
serial killer vibes. Yeah.
Yeah. It was giving me weird vibes. And then on top of the mannequin, on the head, it looked like some hair, and it ended up being like actual hair extensions.
Oh my God! You get out of there.
Danny, I'm pretty sure Jeffrey Dahmer had a mannequin.
That's horrible. So then what happened?
And obviously they weren't his hair extensions. And I asked him about it, and he was like, oh, some girl left them here after a night out. And I was like, oh.
What's that? Oh, they're just all my disguises. Don't worry about them.
Just the hair I've collected from all my previous women.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Did you hang around or did you get out of there? What did you do?
I mean, I stayed for what I was there for. And then I left.
Danny, you're like me. You just go, well, I'm here now.
What a bulldog. Just get through it.
I reckon, Danny, we're going to send you along to see Sam Smith.
Oh, my God, thank you.
No worries at all. That's for being brave, because I would have gotten the hell out of there.
Yeah, I don't know. Celeb Watch. Nick Cage is in Perth.
Whoa. A film and a movie. About beach gangs.
What?
About beach gangs.
Beach gangs. Is that, are you joking? Or is
No,
that
it's a
real?
movie about a beach gang.
About a beach gang.
Yes.
That sounds
Like the Bra
horrendous.
Boys, or like, there's beach gangs. Or like in Home and Away, they have those beach gangs.
Beach gangs, yeah.
Beach gang.
Yeah,
Beach
they're
gangs.
gangs by the beach.
Never heard of a beach
You've
gang.
never heard
I
of
think they
beach
have
gang?
I think they have beach gangs in Point Break, or maybe there's just a scene on the beach. I can't
Well, yeah,
remember.
I think
feel
there's
like-
nautical themes running through the gang.
Yeah.
But like, if you get cornered in a dark alley by a gang, that's scary. They come up to me on a beach. You just
In
walk the
thongs?
other way.
In thongs?
Yeah.
No,
like,
but-
it's not. I can't.
Let me finish Celeb Watch. I have not even finished.
Sorry.
So Nick Cage is in Perth. In Adelaide, as of yesterday, a literal beetle. Paul McCartney, touchdown nice and early. He was just, someone was driving around in an Audi and he was just like waving to people. It's insane. He's like one of the most famous people of all time. Crazy. And that concludes Celeb Watch.
Wow.
There's only two.
It'll be back tomorrow.
Well, I don't know. They're the two main ones that have arrived this week. Ben, grab your key. Belle, grab your key.
Got it.
I've got mine. Let's all turn them at the same time and open the forbidden folder. This is where we keep all the ideas that are a little taboo for breakfast radio.
Or maybe not appropriate.
Yeah, it feels like maybe we shouldn't do that. Like, it's not really like a nice thing. This is not a nice thing, but I think it's fascinating. 13, 24, 10. Have you been in a plane crash?
Not a good one for nervous flyers.
No. Because we were on a plane together the other day and there was some turbulence, and when the turbulence goes for like longer than I'm going to say 20 seconds, you're like, oh man.
This is it.
Well, yeah, and I think that's everyone's worst fear, right? Like a plane going that would be awful. Like, just awful.
I'm 28 now, and I can say within the last 2 years, for some reason, I've been flying more, and the more I fly, like I've gotten way worse at flying.
Yeah, I
used to be fine.
I wonder why that is, because my wife Sam's the same. So
It's
she never
weird.
used to be scared of flying, and then as she got older, she started to develop it.
I think because a part of it is I listen, like I start overthinking all the physics and the science behind it now, and I start thinking like, we shouldn't be up here. How is this even up here?
But then
Like,
that's almost the opposite.
then
'cause
the
if
clouds-
you do understand the physics, then it makes sense.
No, because it's like when I was a kid, I was like, a bit of fun. And now I'm like,
Right.
there's nothing underneath me. How long will it take to drop? Like, what happens if
Wow.
one engine falls
Yeah.
off? What if something just like, how many tiny little nuts and bolts are on this plane that could be loose and we don't know? And what if the
I'm
pilot's
more worried
acting
about
cool,
where
but it's not cool?
I'm more worried about where the drinks cart is. You know what I mean? I'm like, well, how far away is that?
See,
from
I want to
me?
be like that. I just
Mate,
I
the
get
cookie cart missed me the other day. I couldn't
What?
believe it. Yeah,
Liam.
And my
Liam
bag
harumphed.
my bag was too heavy, and I had to pay $50. So I actually think it was an inside job where they're like $27.80 and give me a cookie.
Yeah.
I was really annoyed about it.
My whole body now gets completely sweaty. Like I'm dripping with sweat. My heart is racing. I feel like I'm gonna
I think
throw
that
up.
the
I
easiest-
start crying.
the
You seem
easiest
horrible
way-
to sit next to on a plane.
I'm horrific to sit next to.
That's why we pick separate seats on work trips. But I think the best way it was explained to me when I was like younger and maybe like catching a plane one of the first times, like, oh, you've got more of a chance of having an accident on the way to, which is so true.
No.
Statistically, well, it is true. It is true.
Who
And
cares about the stat?
well, if
Yeah,
you're worried
cool.
about the plane, no plane in Australia, like big plane, it's never happened. So don't worry
Yeah,
about
and
it.
guess what? It's got to happen sometime.
No, it won't.
It's got to happen
too safe.
sometime.
It's
And there's
fine.
Yeah,
always
but Belle,
some.
it could also happen. Something could happen to you right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Like
that's
right
like
as
the
being
ceiling
right
could
now.
collapse and it could crash.
There's more chance that the ceiling could fall and that light fixture could hit you right now.
Okay, well, don't put that thought in my head. I just don't like the thought of falling. I just don't like that thought. And it scares me.
Well, we are on the second floor, so
No,
the
trust me,
floor
I
could
actually-
fall from below you and you could fall down
Do you
into
know, I
the shopping centre.
I also regularly think about the floor collapsing whenever I'm in a building. I'm not on the first floor. And then sometimes if there's a car park underneath me and I'm on the first floor, then I get stressed about that too.
Okay.
I think I've
This
got a
has
lot of
just been a real insight into Belle's the inner workings
Into
of
my anxiety,
Belle's
yeah,
mind.
yeah. No, that's I can't stand on balconies anymore either. I've given up on that.
Okay.
Do we need to? Yeah. Okay.
But we're not talking about that. We are talking about plane crashes. Have you been in one? Now, I know we're asking a lot, but if you have, it doesn't have to be like a physical, like actually went down. It could be like a scary situation as well. 13 24 10. Have you been in a plane crash?
Yeah, Ash Gardner in the newsroom. You had a bit of a scary sitch, didn't you?
I used to be fine with flying. When I was a kid, we lived overseas and we were flying home to Australia to visit family. And part of the engine fell away. And so we were down an engine and had to land in Fiji. And since then, I'm shocking. I'm Belle. I'm sitting there crying on the flight as soon as there's the tiniest bit of turbulence. So.
And that's why they got two engines. That's,
Some have four.
Yeah,
so
and
you're
that
going to
was
be
the thing.
okay.
We
Yeah.
had three other engines to fly on, so
Yeah.
everything was fine. So it proves your point, the chances.
I mean,
of...
what are the odds of four engines falling off? You know what I mean? Like,
It can happen.
well,
All right.
yeah.
13 24 10. Have you been on a plane that crashed? We've opened up the forbidden folder this morning.
This is where we keep all the ideas that aren't quite right for breakfast radio. Maybe the boss has said no to them in the past. This is an interesting one. It's not a nice one, though. 13 24 10. Have you been in a plane crash? Are you alive to tell the tale? Jake in Richmond, you've been in that unfortunate situation in the past.
I sure have.
Oh, you sound very jolly, Jake.
Yeah, at least you're happy to talk about it, I suppose.
Tell us, Jake, tell us about what happened.
Yeah, it was a bit of a wild ride, but I was doing a training flight. It was my second day doing my license course.
Oh, so
And,
you were flying the small aircraft?
Yeah, I was flying.
So, Jake, surely, and if it's your second day, like, you would have another pilot there next to you, right? With also, like, with controls? Is that how it works?
Yeah, I had an instructor there. Yeah, like I'd literally been flying for a total of about an hour.
Yeah.
So in my whole career.
Awesome. So really ready for an emergency situation, I'm sure.
Like, had it down packed, heaps of training, ready to go. I had an instructor, but he freaked out more than I did.
Oh, that's not what you want.
And I ended up having to put it down.
Are you? So, hang on. Are you serious? So there was an instructor, but then the responsibility fell on you.
Yeah, well, he'd been flying for 30 years, never had an issue ever, and I don't think it freaked him out more than me.
So, Jake, talk us through what actually happened.
Yeah, so we're doing touch and go, so just like landing and taking off again. And we've done a few of them, and I come down, touched off, took back off again, and as I'm climbing back up to height at 2,000 feet, the engine started dropping RPM, and then it just blew up. But we're over the bush, so there's nowhere to land. Tried to make it back to the runway, but weren't high enough, so only really had one option, and to put it down into the bushes.
So we're talking, I mean, that's like, we're talking feet, but that's like 600 metres. Like, in my head, I'm thinking of a 100-metre sprint, 600 metres, and that's how far you're plummeting.
Are you dropping, or are you, like, gliding down? What's the go?
we're going pretty good for the first probably 2/3 of the descent.
Yeah.
And then coming in when you drop flaps, when you're like getting close to actually putting it down.
Yep.
Got a big gust of wind and actually stalled the aircraft in the air and put it on its side, and then fell out of the sky sideways for about the last, sort of 300 feet, and. Hit the first tree.
Yeah.
The plane flipped upside down, ripped the back of the plane off, and then we cleared probably 80 metres of trees before hitting a big oak tree that really stopped it.
So, Jake, I mean, I love how you're just telling this story like it's just a regular, day out, crashing a plane, being alive to tell the tale. Like, I mean, it seems like a miracle that you're here, like, talking to us on the radio. Like, tell us, like, is the other pilot okay? You sound okay, but like, what happened? Surely you must have sustained some injuries.
Yeah, well, probably the part after it was probably ended up being more known than the plane crash itself. But the instructor, he was quite bad, had a few bits and pieces missing and falling off, but got him out of the aircraft, and then he come to, and his wife just happened to be nearby and rushed him off the hospital. And I was pretty lucky. I just broke a tibula and the fibula and tibia plateau, and then blew out my ankle and had to get a few screws. But other than that, was pretty good. But then I didn't want to wait the half an hour for the ambulance to show up out where we were, so I walked about 600 metres up to where my car was.
Yeah.
Jumped in the car, drove an hour and a half from there all the way back to the hospital.
Yeah.
And come waddling into the hospital with a bit of sticks and some dirt hanging off me and one shoe and a trail of blood into emergency.
Did you wait for an hour and a half to the hospital, Jake, because you didn't want to wait half an hour? I mean, that's boy math. But what was going through your head when you were driving for this hour and a half? Did you digest everything?
I tend to end up in a lot of these situations where it wasn't too far out of the ordinary, and I don't think anyone was hopefully that surprised that it would happen. If it was going to happen, it would happen to me.
Jake, did you pass or fail the test?
No, well, if you can survive a crash landing, I think that really ticks all the boxes, right?
True. Yeah, it's sort of like that part of training that not a lot of people get.
I guess my last question would be, did you follow through and get back in a plane and go and get your license? Did you never get in a plane again?
Yeah, no. I was flying commercially like a week and a half later, and I'm up flying again now.
Wow.
You're flying commercially a week after that.
That's the kind
flying our plane?
That's the kind of pilot I want.
No.
Someone
He was in a plane flying commercially.
Oh, right.
Sorry,
right.
Belle just thought Jetstar gave you a job after that. They're like, times are tough.
Up and said, boys, we're in.
No. Yes, you were in. I get it. You're in economy, and there you go. See, nothing to worry about. Jake's he blew his ankle out. His leg was cooked. He crashed, and he's still fine.
Jake, that is a absolutely wild story, and we thoroughly appreciate you sharing with us this morning, mate.
No worries, guys. Have a good one.
Crazy.
I feel like we have to get Jake on again because he said, I always find myself in these situations. I want to know what these other situations are.
Also, probably the happiest caller we've ever had. I suppose you would be happy. You're like, I'm alive. What is there possibly to be sad about?
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.